Good morning from my grandma's house. I'm back in Southern California visiting family and getting out of the Michigan cold for the winter for a while, a couple weeks. So I'm at my grandma's house. I pretty much grew up here. She loves the yellow paint on the walls. Here's the dining room. This is like a 1970s house. So as a kid, I grew up here. I was here all the time, out on the farm. She's got 5 acres here, and my grandparents used to raise pigs. So when my parents worked, we'd be here on the farm after school. There's my grandma and grandpa. Family pictures. So I'll kind of walk through the house just real quick, but I was gonna go do a little walk outside in the morning. It's really nice out. She likes the old Victorian furniture. She loves dragons too, so she's got some dragons on the walls all around. But I remember as a kid, I just thought everything was ugly here. Just all the furniture and just the paint colors and just the house in general. But now that I'm older, I kind of appreciate it a little more. Here's my grandma's room. Purple. And there's, we got 4 bedrooms here. This is like a custom built house in the 70s. We got Hazel the dog following. What's up, Hazel? This is my mom's room back here. Bathroom, more dragons. Extra bedroom here that we're staying in. It's a mess. Hardwood floors. I remember always hearing, my grandpa walking down the hallway at night because it was loud, the hardwood floors. It was just so different than our house, and we lived just up the street. But I love coming back now. It's like I appreciate it more now, I guess. Grab my coffee, head outside. No, you gotta stay in, Hazel. She's got chickens out there, free ranging, so she doesn't want you out. It's February 10th, and like I said, it's winter. Michigan is freezing, so it's so nice that we can come back whenever we want. We were actually traveling across the country in our RV. We went to Arizona to see our son, and we had issues with the RV, so we brought it here and decided to stay for a while. Now, since my mom moved in here over the last year, she's been planting all these flowers everywhere. There's rose bushes. This used to just be dirt. I remember growing up. Well, they did have grass, but over the years they just stopped watering the grass, and it just became dirt. But now that my mom's here, she's bringing some color into the place and filling it in. There's Stella. She's collecting lizards. Did you find any? No? No lizards yet? She's gonna be hunting for lizards. She's enjoying being here because it's just snow at our house and freezing temps. Oh, the chickens are over here looking for bugs. Oh, Grandma's out there in the garden pulling weeds. And since it's winter, everything's not really, in full bloom here. A lot of things are dead, but still got a lot of greenery. These are moringa trees. My mom got into the moringa recently. Oh, she's yelling at chickens. I guess she doesn't want them in there. So these are the moringa trees, and they're really beneficial to health. I've been, every time I come here, I just eat some of the leaves. When I walk by, you can eat the whole stems and the leaves and everything. It's really good for you. Oh, there's some broccoli growing here. So she wants to do a whole moringa farm in the back field there, plant a bunch of moringa trees. And you can sell the seeds or create moringa oil, or dry the leaves, make a moringa powder. But really, Really good for health, really good plant. Look into it. Moringa. There's never-ending weeds over here. It's a never-ending battle. Not exactly the ideal vacation for most people. Out here pulling weeds, digging the weeds out, trying to clear this whole row. But hey, I'm just happy to be out in the sun, getting some sunshine, fresh air. These little hook things, these cutters work good. Dig in, kind of cuts the weeds and pulls it out. So this is actually my mom's flower farm, this section over here. She has a U-pick flower farm. And like I said, it's winter, so everything's kind of dead. But she has the different mounds. So right now I think she's putting seeds in. And it's really beautiful in the spring and summer when everything's filled in, all the pretty flowers, and she mixes in vegetables and stuff. But this is the flower farm right now. So we're trying to just get a lot of the weeds and cut back things right now. Keep it manageable. So when everything grows in, it will be nice and pretty. Taking a break from that. Stella's got her lizard tank set up. I'm gonna go check that out. Oh, that looks pretty cool. She's been catching lizards here. Yesterday we went to Walmart and got this tank so she can observe them and give them a cool spot to hang out before she lets them go.
So basically first I filled up this bucket and put all the sand down. Then I collected the wood and things like that. After that, I put it all in, popped the lizards in, and it was complete.
Awesome.
It's got a nice arch,
Nice
kind of.
habitat for them.
Bark piece they can hide under.
Grandma's stomping down the the trash, all the weeds in the dumpster. Just gotta pack it in. We'll walk through, show you guys the animals, and then I gotta get back to work. Little horsies here. We got two little white ones like this that my mom got, I don't know, maybe 8 years ago. And they were all matted up. They just were not in good condition. They were really wild. But now they're so cute and tame. Except for the male, he kind of fights with one of the other males. This is Daisy. She's the baby to May May, which is the other little brown one. She looks just like her mama. Hey, Daisy. And this is Pig. Shelby the pig. Sleeping in the sun. So, like I said, my grandma has about 5 acres here. We have 5 acres in Michigan, but it just seems way bigger here. Maybe it's just the layout of the land. Where's May May? May May! There's May May. That's the mom to Daisy. They're cute. I think they're about the same size, the mom and the baby. And this is Buckles. The other white one was Bubbles. Buckles! Hi! Hi, Buckles! Looks like he has eyeliner on. Black around his eyes. He's the one that's feisty, so she has to keep him separate from the other horses. But the other 3 here, the little ones, she'll put together with the bigger ones that are back here, or she'll let them run around, and they all get along. But I have so many memories from growing up here, being a kid, just playing in the dirt. We used to play in the dirt pile, which was a dirt pile, a literal dirt pile that my grandpa would say scoop dirt and then put the pile back in the field way back here, and we'd dig holes and make tunnels and my cousins would come down to visit in the summer, and we'd play with our toys on there, you know, dinosaurs, aliens, whatever. And so we have all these memories of playing in the dirt pile. Now kids are just staring at screens all day. So that's another reason why I like to come here, bring Stella. She gets the farm experience. Trying to get her to work more on the farm. I guess I have to push her a little more, but I think it's good for kids to be outside and learn some good work skills and how to get things done. So these are the other two, the big horses. Oreo, it's the black and white one, and Spirit is the white one. And my mom's had them for quite a while. My sister was really into horse riding growing up. My mom's always liked horses. I was never into them. Actually had like a pony at one point. I don't remember how old I was, maybe 10, and we used to go riding the river bottom over here. There's trails and stuff, and it was just so like bumpy and uncomfortable, and I just didn't like it. I was never really into the horses. Well, I mean, I can appreciate them. They're beautiful animals, but I don't really like riding them, and I just don't like to control big animals, you know. And they're munching. So they've got plenty of room to run around back here. And my grandparents never really did much with this part of the property. It was always just dirt, or they would dump things there. But this covered area, there was actually pens that would come out in each section, and she would have the big pigs out here, like the boars. And then I think she would like have certain pens that she would put the sows with the boars in, and they would breed. And then when the sows became pregnant, she'd bring them into this big barn here, and they'd stay in there in these farrowing crates until they had their babies. And I remember many times watching the babies being born. So that was a neat experience as a kid. I remember my grandpa or whoever was here, they'd say, oh, the babies are coming, you know, from whichever sow was due. And we'd come out as kids and we'd watch the process, and my grandma would deliver them, and she'd cut the cords or tie them, and I think she like castrating them and all these weird stuff. But it was just so different. It was just interesting to watch as a kid. And we raised our own meat here, like our own beef. We had cows, and the butcher would come. We'd watch him, you know, do the whole thing from start to finish until he, you know, he cut them and he would hang them in his truck, and there'd be blood all over the ground. So I actually didn't eat meat for a long time. I never really liked eating meat, but I would eat it. You know, they say, oh, you had to eat it for protein and health. And when I became an adult later, I was mostly vegetarian. I think I still am now, but for 5 years I didn't eat. I was full vegan, like I didn't eat anything animal. But now I understand it more, and I know it's good for you. It's healthy. It's God's plan for us. That's why we have a lot of animals to provide food for us. So I've changed my thinking on a lot of that. But it was interesting, and it's good to know. Like, a lot of people don't even know where the food comes from, where the meat comes from. They just think, oh, it's a hamburger. So I think it is good, and I appreciate that I had that as a kid, that experience and perspective. I knew where the meat came from. I knew where the food comes from. And we had a little garden here too. My Nana, my great grandma, she had a vegetable garden. So it was just a really neat experience. I can appreciate it so much more now that I'm an adult. So here's some of the seeds that are starting that my mom has out here. So she has like our whole system of planting and growing and her process. And I'll show you in the barn here some of the other things that she started. See, she starts the seedlings in here. She's got these grow lights. And then when they get a little bigger, she brings them out there until they're, I guess, hardy enough to plant in the ground. But it's really neat. So in here in this barn, that's where, like I was saying, they had the sows and the farrowing crates, and they would deliver the babies in here. Grandma's still driving this big tractor. She's almost 83. And she's still going. I think, you know, keep moving in life, keep your body going, stay strong, because my grandma, she's still climbing up roofs and fixing things and out there pulling weeds. So being active is really important. You got to stay busy. I mean, don't just sit around when you get older, and you'll lose your energy, you'll lose your strength. So it's cool to see my grandma still at it, still going strong. This is the hot rod that my late grandpa built. And I just think it's so cool. I got to take some pictures in it, like pinup style pictures, when I was still living in California for my swimwear line. And this is just so cool. I think it'd be awesome to just keep it in the family. And Grandma actually said that she was going to sign it over to my son, Nate, because he's in the Air Force. He's a mechanic, and he works on cars and all that. So eventually he can take that one day. So that'll be cool. Keep in the family. Here are some more like starters. I think these are all moringa, or mostly moringa trees she's starting in here. But yeah, you guys look up the moringa plant. It's really beneficial for health and wellness. I'm not going to make any medical claims, but I've heard people say they've, healed from cancers and things like that. So it's just incredible. I'm gonna go back to the garden and do some more digging, help Mom out and plant some seeds and all that, and enjoy the sunshine. So just wanted to do a little walkthrough video of the farm, Grandma's farm here in Southern California. It's just so nice to come home to this place. This was my home for so many years until we moved out of state. So, and like I said, now we're in Michigan, and I don't like the cold. So it's so nice to have a place to come home to and spend time with my grandma and Mom. So just want to share that with you guys. So thanks so much for watching, and God bless. I'll see you next time.